Meanwhile, there's no clear starter in Vegas. There is a competition there between Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew. Now, they were in camp today where their head coach, Antonio Pierce, addressed the battle of the quarterbacks just a short while ago.
No, I don't think we've, sit there and say somebody's won yet. I think they both had good moments. I'll go back. I think Gardner's had, several days now where he's made some plays, but there's also some turnovers that show up that we don't want to have happen as well. And again, when I look at Aiden, I see a guy that's throwing the ball accurate. I see some drops by our wide receivers. And I don't think it's just on the quarterbacks. I think overall our offensive play has to pick up sense of urgency, wide receivers, O-line, just all those guys. Again, go back to the very beginning, my opening statement of training camp. They're going against a very good defense. And I think they're feeling that, and I think it's good for our team, the competition part, but obviously somebody, again, has to just step up, and we're getting closer and closer, and obviously we're getting the game week mode a little bit as we get later in the week.
So, Mina, obviously it seems like this quarterback competition still has to play out, but do you believe Vegas has a good supporting cast for whoever ends up winning the job?
I do, Hannah. I went back and watched Aiden O'Connell versus Gardner Minshew actually in the second part of last season, tried to get a handle on quarterback competition. And one thing that struck me watching O'Connell was how well protected he was against a pretty good Colts defensive line. I think the Raiders offensive line is pretty underrated in pass protection. On top of that, I think this would be one of the better 12 personnel groupings in the NFL with, of course, Devontae Adams, one of the best receivers in football, Jacoby Myers, a receiver, and then that combination of the two tight ends that they've drafted in recent years, Michael Mayer and Brock Bowers. They chose Zamir White to be Josh Jacobs' successor at running back, another player who I was surprised upon rewatch how impressed I was by him. So I think this group around whoever it is pretty solid and maybe a little bit underrated headed into the season.
Yeah, and O'Connell's got a lot of experience. He started 10 games last season, went 5-5.